The courier's dilemma exemplifies the need for indirect tactics to navigate power struggles, allowing individuals to assert influence without appearing overly ambitious or aggressive. This historical analogy underscores the significance of subtlety in power plays. Emotional self-control plays a crucial role in mastering power. Emotional reactions can cloud judgment, hindering strategic decision-making. By learning to detach from emotions, one can analyze situations more clearly. Deception emerges as a vital skill in the realm of power, enabling individuals to manipulate perceptions and outcomes effectively. Mastering this art is essential for navigating complex social dynamics. The 48 Laws of Power offer a roadmap for mastering indirect strategies while understanding historical power dynamics. These laws remain timeless, applicable across diverse contexts. Galileo exemplifies how aligning with powerful figures can yield significant advantages. By elevating his patron's status, he secured a role as a trusted advisor, showcasing the importance of strategic relationships. The principle of never outshining the master is crucial, as historical examples illustrate the dire consequences of making those in power feel insecure. This principle highlights the delicate balance inherent in power dynamics. The trust Michael III placed in Basilius reveals the dangers of favoring friends over objectively evaluating abilities and loyalty. Misplaced trust often leads to catastrophic outcomes. Basilius, though once an ally, transformed into a formidable threat over time. This story emphasizes the shifting nature of loyalty and its potential for betrayal. Michael's downfall serves as a cautionary reminder of the risks associated with overlooking threats from those close to you. It underlines the necessity of careful character assessment in power relations. The con involving Giselle illustrates how a seemingly legitimate business deal, regarding a hunting lodge, misled him, diverting his attention from the true motives of the con artists. The setup of a fake boxing match acted as a critical component of the con, fostering a high-stakes environment that further distracted Giselle. This incident highlights the potent use of misdirection in con artistry. The con reached its climax with a staged death during the boxing match, inciting panic in Giselle and causing him to flee, ultimately abandoning his fortune. Such dramatic events illustrate the lengths to which con artists will go to secure their profits. Chu Gaoling's legendary status demonstrates how a strategic reputation can lead to victory in battle without physical confrontation, serving as an example of psychological warfare. P.T. Barnum's career underscores the importance of capturing attention, regardless of its quality. Notoriety can significantly enhance visibility and pave the way for success. Creating an aura of mystery, as displayed by dancer Mahari, captivates public interest. This demonstrates that curiosity can sustain both fame and wealth. Mystery invites layers of interpretation, rendering individuals or situations more intriguing. People often yearn for enigmas that challenge their understanding, which in turn increases their allure. Maintaining subtlety while cultivating an air of mystery may prove to be more impactful than grand gestures. Simple, everyday behaviors that evoke curiosity can enhance one's social standing. By creating a mystique around oneself, others become engaged in a quest to decode your persona. This dynamic can significantly augment your power and influence within social interactions. Michelangelo's deft handling of his statue exemplifies the art of influencing perception through subtlety rather than direct confrontation. His manipulation of perspective serves as an illustrative case of this principle. The significance of understanding long-term effects in power dynamics cannot be overstated. Winning through actions helps circumvent misunderstandings that can escalate from verbal disputes. Words are prone to misinterpretation, which often leads to resentment and discord. This narrative displays how visual demonstrations exert a clearer impact than verbal persuasion. Bismarck exemplifies the art of manipulation by navigating the King of Prussia, illustrating how a shrewd advisor can exert substantial influence over ostensibly powerful figures. Creating dependency bestows leverage upon an individual, as the master becomes reliant on your services, subtly shifting the power dynamics in your favor. Selective honesty can disarm even the most vigilant individuals, as illustrated through Count Victor Lustig's interaction with Al Capone. This interaction underscores the potency of calculated gestures. The importance of gathering information through careful observation and indirect questioning is paramount, granting individuals a strategic edge over adversaries in various social contexts. Joseph Dwin's strategic insight into Andrew Mellon's preferences reveals how meticulous observation can pave the way for successful business relationships. This demonstrates the value of intimate knowledge of clients. The narrative warns against underestimating rivals, highlighting the perils of mercy in competition. A thorough annihilation of adversaries is advised to mitigate future threats. The chaos ensuing Dee's retirement illustrates a communal yearning for order and governance, revealing how fragile societal structures can become in the absence of strong leadership. Dee's stipulations for kingship unveil the complexities of power dynamics. His gradual distancing from the populace inadvertently crafted a legendary image around his character. The transition from a fair arbitrator to a revered king showcases how respect can evolve into worship. Such a shift can occur when leaders become less accessible and shrouded in enigma. The emperor's intense fear of human contact led to a life steeped in secrecy and extreme measures to conceal his whereabouts. This isolation ultimately played a role in his downfall. Paranoia consumed the first emperor, instigating the execution of any perceived threat and fostering numerous enmities that further isolated him politically. Power dynamics shifted dramatically as the emperor distanced himself from advisors. His withdrawal permitted ministers to enact policies without his knowledge or consent. Through her flirtations with noble suitors, Elizabeth maintained the illusion of desirability while retaining her independence. This tactic preserved her authority and kept potential allies engaged. Elizabeth's conscious decision to refrain from marriage illustrated her commitment to autonomy, as she recognized the risks of losing power within a male-dominated political landscape. The politically charged environment of Elizabeth's reign necessitated her strategic avoidance of marriage. She skillfully balanced the demands of diplomacy while safeguarding her independence. The con began with convincing investors of the mine's immense value, leading to the establishment of a $10 million corporation. This deception was crucial in attracting initial interest and funding. Arnold and Slack engaged in psychological manipulation by downplaying their intelligence, allowing others to underestimate their capacity for deception. This tactic effectively disarmed skeptics. Their con was further amplified by strategically using genuine gems to mislead experts, resulting in inflated valuations. Such manipulation ultimately culminated in the collapse of their investors' fortunes. A singular attachment to a powerful source can provide freedom and security in one's endeavors. Historical figures like Michelangelo and Galileo exemplified this strategy's effectiveness. Comprehending the dynamics of power within organizations is essential. Often, a small group exerts real influence, regardless of official titles. Mastering the art of courtiership demands subtlety and indirectness. Skillful courtiers navigate power structures with finesse, rendering themselves indispensable while avoiding overt confrontation. The first step toward self-creation involves developing self-awareness, enabling individuals to control their emotional expressions and act with intention. Abraham Lincoln's strategy of crafting a memorable public persona demonstrates how character creation significantly influences public perception and garners widespread support. The importance of managing entrances and exits in social contexts highlights the necessity of controlling one's public image, crucial for influencing perceptions. Leveraging scapegoats emerges as a potent tactic in leadership, permitting individuals to deflect blame and safeguard their reputation by sacrificing others during missteps. Powerful figures often eschew direct involvement in unpleasant actions, instead utilizing others as scapegoats. This approach helps them maintain a favorable public image. Cultivating a cult-like following hinges on appealing to people's innate need for belief. Promising vague yet transformative outcomes can effortlessly draw adherents. Throughout history, charlatans have exploited this credulity by developing intricate belief systems. They attract followers through ambiguous promises, fostering a sense of belonging. Boldness can overshadow shortcomings, creating an illusion of confidence. Con artists frequently utilize this concept to bolster their credibility. Timidity often results in missed opportunities, inviting others to manipulate. Exhibiting confidence establishes authority and deters potential threats. Balboa's exploits illustrate how daring actions can yield unexpected triumphs. His bold claims over new territories ultimately earned him respect and power. However, Balboa's story also reveals the perils of failing to secure one's achievements, as allowing others to benefit from one's discoveries ultimately precipitated his downfall. Although many mistakenly believe they are prepared for the future, often their plans reflect mere wishful thinking. True success requires a lucid vision and meticulous execution. Houdini's command of illusion illustrates how concealing effort enhances perceived power and effectiveness. Presenting achievements as effortless amplifies admiration and authority. The concept of controlled choices is exemplified in Henry Kissinger's strategies, where limiting options steers decisions to favorable outcomes, highlighting the dynamics at play in decision-making. Rockefeller's manipulation of the oil industry through control of transport options exemplifies how altering the landscape compels competitors to accept limited choices, ensuring dominance without direct conflict. The tale of the Venetian alchemist elucidates how fantasies can divert attention from harsh realities, illustrating the allure of hope amidst economic despair while providing a false sense of control. Mastering the ability to read people's gestures and unconscious signals reveals their vulnerabilities. This awareness can allow one to exploit weaknesses that may not be overtly observable. Childhood experiences often sculpt adult weaknesses, resulting in unfulfilled emotional needs. Recognizing these patterns enables one to address and exploit underlying issues effectively. Fostering a sense of importance in others can render them more susceptible to influence. By acknowledging their feelings and status, trust and compliance can be cultivated. Joseph Fouché exemplified the strategic reward of waiting for the right historical moment, such as the French Revolution, to ascend to power, demonstrating the vital importance of seizing opportunities. Fouché's knack for sensing shifting political tides allowed him to evade potential danger while retaining his influence across various regimes, showcasing the crucial value of adaptability. Recognizing the various dimensions of time, long, forced, and end, enables strategic action and control over situations during uncertain periods. The historical context surrounding King Henry VIII's marriage to Catherine of Aragon reveals how personal desires can instigate profound political transformations. His quest for a male heir shifted the course of English history. Power dynamics often involve strategically ignoring opponents to maintain control. By declining to engage with detractors, one asserts dominance and establishes the terms of conflict. Creating captivating spectacles and symbols acts as a potent method for garnering attention and influence. By capturing the public's imagination, leaders can distract from underlying issues while reinforcing their authority. The historical example of Pinus illustrates the risks inherent in flaunting differences. His embrace of Persian culture estranged him from Greek peers, ultimately leading to his downfall. Cultural norms wield significant power. Defying them often results in isolation. People commonly penalize those who challenge shared beliefs, irrespective of intent. Emotions can be strategically managed. Inciting anger in others may reveal their weaknesses. Maintaining composure while others react emotionally confers a strategic advantage. An avaricious mindset regarding money often reduces interpersonal relationships to mere transactions, alienating potential allies and fostering a toxic atmosphere. This can lead to isolation and eventual failure. Bargain hunters, fixated on saving money, frequently overlook hidden costs in terms of time and quality. Such a focus detracts from meaningful pursuits and impedes personal growth. The notion of financial sadism illustrates how some individuals wield money to exert control and power over others. This abusive relationship can undermine connections and stifle creativity. Complacency can breed stagnation, especially among those who achieve early success. Constant reinvention is essential to avoid regressing into outdated behaviors. Athens serves as a historical example of how societies can safeguard themselves from self-serving individuals. The practice of ostracism maintained social coherence and curbed divisiveness. Marie Antoinette's lavish lifestyle epitomizes the hazards of detaching from the populace's needs. Her inability to adapt ultimately precipitated her downfall during the French Revolution. Understanding and engaging with the psychology of others is vital for sustaining power and influence. Leaders attuned to their followers build support while avoiding alienation. Effective persuasion hinges on emotional engagement and recognizing individual needs. Mastering these skills prevents hostility and nurtures collaboration. The mirror effect functions as a powerful mechanism for manipulation and seduction. By mirroring others' desires, one can establish rapport and influence their behavior. Historical instances illustrate how substantial reforms can evoke anxiety among the populace. King Henry VIII's divorce and subsequent church reforms spurred social upheaval and resistance. Striking a balance between innovation and tradition is crucial for effective leadership. Leaders must mask necessary changes to minimize discomfort while maintaining follower support. Psychological resistance to change represents a common human tendency. Even when individuals acknowledge the necessity of change, they often cling to familiar patterns and rituals. Recognizing envy is essential, as it often masquerades as excessive praise or criticism. Being attuned to these signs can safeguard you against subtle attacks. Strategizing to avert envy demands conscious awareness of one's actions and exhibiting humility. This approach preserves support while reducing the potential for resentment. The perils of underestimating envy are underscored by historical examples. The downfall of powerful figures often stems from arrogance or a failure to acknowledge emotional undercurrents. Psychological tactics employed by communists, including propaganda and morale manipulation, significantly altered nationalist soldiers' willingness to fight, often inducing surrender without direct confrontation. The contrasting strategies of chess and Go emphasize the importance of flexibility in warfare. The communists' non-linear approach prioritized mobility and indirect tactics to outmaneuver their opponents. Historical accounts, such as Xerxes' invasion of Greece, illustrate the pitfalls of over-relying on sheer size and strength, as the Greeks' adept use of mobility and deception led to a significant victory against a larger force. Formlessness acts as a strategic asset, preventing opponents from predicting one's moves. This unpredictability can afford a favorable position during conflicts. Disregarding conventional wisdom empowers one to perceive situations with clarity. Overly relying on others' counsel may cloud one's perspective and erode personal strength. Engaging in mental warfare entails rejecting outdated methods and embracing discomfort. This strategy encourages innovation and keeps approaches fluid and adaptable in the face of challenges.